All aboard!
This is Pelon and Chubby, episode 65. Just a solo trip, it's Pelon and Chubby, rolling like we used to do. We talk about bringing value, completing the show, getting a proper contract, helping people through. Pelon has to make some tough decisions as the year winds down. What does the future bring for the show? We handle some of the current problem, and we have the current update issues. This is Pelon and Chubby, episode 65. Doing what we do. Check us out.
Activate.
It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show.
Try and get by it and just do the show. An hour and a half, I'm not worried about anything.
Let your troubles drift away. Listen to the smooth, silky sounds
Oh, shit.
of Pelon and Chubby.
So are we,
Quiet on the set. And we're live.
hello and good evening and welcome to another episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And that's all we got for you tonight.
That's it.
There's just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
But I think we can handle it. This is how we started. We're
how we
okay
do
with
it.
it.
This is how we
Jay's
do
got
it.
some stuff going on. Oh, Trixie's got him doing stuff, I guess, or whatever.
The flexible mambo.
Yeah, and so it's all good. And then last week, Mark the Blind Guy was reportedly in Hemet. So I haven't heard the tap tap or knock knock. So I assume he's not going to be here. But either way, the show must go on. I'm dealing with some stuff. It's all good. The show must go on. So, this is our opportunity, ours and yours, the opportunity to forget about the ins and outs and goings-ons of the day and just come together and laugh and play and have a drink, kick up the shoes. Ladies, if you got to rub one out while you're watching, I understand. I really understand.
I contribute to that.
So
You can get it on my behalf.
yeah, don't stop because of me. That's how it all started. But so we're happy to be here. Super happy that you're here with us. I'm trying to fumble my way onto the show here. Let's see, right there. So how is you, what? By the way, I haven't quoted any numbers as far as what episode and all that great stuff. Do you have any idea where we're at?
Well, we're on 65, my good man.
65?
Yes.
Right. I guess you could take the date, and then work off of that.
We do that.
Video has no sound.
Well, you don't need to turn on the sound.
No, but I want to make sure that the people have.
They're hearing us. You hearing us? You're hearing us.
Yeah.
We get you out there.
So 65-ish.
Yeah.
And how was your week?
I had an amazing week. Had some bad news that was extended to me on Thanksgiving. A dear friend of the family, she passed, and
Oh wow, sorry to hear that.
and so we're just been working on preparations and everything, putting together a memorial slideshow and everything, and pay our tribute.
Yeah.
And you hear some of the ends fighting and some of the things that are going on.
That always happens no matter what, I guess. There's
Yeah.
no avoiding that.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be a nice, peaceful, and respectful funeral and memorial service for her. But I'm doing a slideshow and the music and all the pictures and all the history there, trying to tell her story.
Well, you are that guy.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, so that's rough.
Yeah.
Just want to say what's up to the cousin, and actually the wife's watching. B, what's up, B Stone?
What's up, Mr. Stone?
And Jenna Neff, Roxanne Neff.
Oh, what's up, Jenna?
It says Sup
Gangsta.
Pelon, sounds good.
Great.
Lisa Medina, what's
Peace,
up?
Pelon. I'm Chubby.
Amy Hudson, I think she was talking to me, was she?
Well,
I don't know her, but she knows me. Is that one of yours?
That's one of mine.
Well,
she's a friend of the show. She's
right.
a friend of the show.
She's a friend of the show. Maybe she changed teams. Maybe she's, on the Pelon side now, not the Chubby side.
Maybe she likes vanilla instead of chocolate.
Right. Well,
Jenna, whatever floats your boat, girl.
Technically, I'm cafe
latte,
brown,
chocolate latte, cafe latte.
Brother Brown. Hey, who can Brown do for you?
What can? So this week I had coming off of a couple of Halloween holiday parties.
Right.
Last week.
You can candy like it's Halloween, but
still waiting on the check, man.
Oh yeah,
from the DJ,
the
gig.
Mexicans or the white folks?
Filipino white people, man.
Oh,
man. And it's just weird how just doing the work.
You got to get paid up front, I think.
They have to submit invoices to get payment from corporate and all that.
Yeah, but they should do that before. Whenever I did corporate stuff, I'd submit what the bill was going to be so they could turn it in to make sure that work was going to cut the check, and then they hold on to the check, and then they make sure I show up. Once I show up, you hand me the money, you get the tunes. You get the jokes.
You would expect it, right? That's it.
There's no jokes until the money's paid.
No jokes.
As comics, whenever we were doing shows, shit, we didn't start until they saw the money.
That's at least a deposit or something.
Fuck that. We wanted to get paid. But you go up there like, what did they say? Oh, I don't like the show. The show was shitty. Well, I don't care. There's no money back guarantee, motherfucker.
Yep.
Hand over the money. Like the comics always say, you always hear them, I already got paid. I don't give a fuck whether you like this or not.
Right. Unless they're paying you with food, so you got to work for that plate. Sorry. And you got to work for that plate.
Michelle Bone, what's up?
Got to work for that plate. It's just.
Who was that comic that was on the other day? I was watching a video, and he showed this. He was going to do a show, obviously a black show, but he pulled out this thing that would normally be like a shower cap.
Oh, that was our friend. Our Robert Funny. Be Funny.
Yeah. That was actually pretty funny. I'm not into props.
Where'd you see that video at?
Props and stuff. I don't know. And maybe it was there. Fuck it all.
It was
all blends together.
It was there.
But he pulled that thing out to cover the plate. At what you call it? When you go
to a barbecue.
Because everybody knows there's to-go plates. The old lady was tripping about that because she went, they were having something and they asked her, this lady was asking her to go to her house for a birthday party last Saturday, and we weren't able to make it, but one of the guys is like, hey, why don't you tell her to bring you a plate? And it was just so threw her off, and she's like, well, we don't do that plate thing,
Okay.
But it was just odd to hear from somebody else a different perspective on it, how they don't do it. Because if you grow up around black folks, there's definitely multiple plates going home. You actually, when you're planning the barbecue or planning the dinner or whatever it is, you cook 4 plates to go for cousin Bobo that can't leave the house because he got the thing on his ankle or whatever. and you buy plates and stuff that are more almost to go from a restaurant or some shit. So you're prepared for this. Right. It's just part of the holidays. It's part of get-togethers.
Yeah.
And it's just expected. It's not like something that happens every once in a while. It's just expected. So it's different races, different things, And like I say, some people are like, oh, fuck, you always get on whatever. No, it's not to knock on one or the other, but that's the way it is. I went to my buddy's house one time, they're Filipinos, and they were having a dinner or whatever. And so I happened to stay the night because I don't know, whatever. I was a little shitty, slept on the couch. And I woke up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, and the food was still on the table. I was like, fuck, is anybody going to put away the food? And the next day it was still out, and they started eating it again. And I was like, wow. And so but I didn't get it, but I guess that is pretty normal. And
Just leave it out?
Just leave it out.
go
Then
at
I checked with the old lady, and she's like, yeah, that's how it's done. So, yeah, kind of different.
I've got to have a hotbed or something to keep it the temperature up. So
the fridge or something,
throw it in the refrigerator,
right?
bring it out.
But I guess not everybody does that. So kind of news to me. I learned something there, you know.
Oh, here's one. This one, I mean, because it's the holiday season. We say Christmas around here. Merry Christmas, even. But floods of candies, foods, popcorns, all those seasonal gifts and everything come into support from our vendors.
Right.
And, Godiva candy baskets and everything like that. So if it's for the company, they usually put it out in an open pool. Right. Well, it's also the inclement weather, and so people are sniffing and coughing and
so they don't want people to get sick and spread it around.
But here they are putting out this community food, and they'll clip a top off of it like that, and so you got that one person digging their hand in the whole packet.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I don't. No, I can't do that either. If it's like, you know what's funny is
people with their habits, man.
In the old days, I guess when Robert Duchesne puts it best, that joke that he talks about where he's at the strip joint and the only thing going through his head is his mom telling him those old stories about, like he sees all the guys, putting the bills between the girls' tits and grabbing them and all that. Yeah. And he's like, it's like the replay of his mom saying, you don't know where that money's been, and the girl comes up to him. It's like, put it in my tits and then grab it, And he's like, no. And he says, which is ironic because I probably would have stuck my tongue in her ass, So it's funny.
I do the money, but I'll stick my tongue there.
All right. So he probably puts it best. So it's like you're picky about that, but you'll dive into whatever.
I don't know when it became a thing for me though, but now I see somebody going hand to mouth back and forth with the bag.
Right.
I'm like, you own that now. That's yours.
Right. The double dipping and all that. Yeah. When I was at the dealership, hey, what's up? Joe Holman, Steve, how was it? Ignat?
Oh, Steve Ignat.
Yeah. So when I used to work at the dealership, you very rarely got to leave if you're the manager because you're the only manager there.
Right.
So the guys would usually go out and buy lunch for you, and you pay for all their lunches. Right. Don't get it wrong.
Don't get it twisted.
Right. So lunch always cost me $20 at least. Anyway, they'd go out and get the lunch, and then they'd always walk by, like people would walk in, male, female, whatever. They'd walk into the sales office. I'm sitting there eating my lunch and just like reach over, like it's okay to just reach into my plate and grab something, right?
No.
So I started ordering 2, and I put one on the edge of the desk, and like, go ahead, you guys can be like fucking vultures and pick that thing apart, but do not touch mine.
Right.
Like I had get an axe and chop off your hand as you even reach over here across the table.
They call him Machete.
That's what it took in order to have an unmolested lunch.
And my dearly beloved, my wife, who gave me the name of Chubby, she will split a plate. Yeah, that was her health thing. She can't do a whole full plate on her own.
So throw it away or fucking take it home, wrap it and take it home.
We'll split a plate. I have to wait for her to disseminate what she wants from it, and she'll cut off. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So go ahead and order something good that we'll both have. And so it changed the way I start eating. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I got to think in consideration of what she wants. I'll try to order the nastiest thing so she doesn't want anything that I ordered.
Or you sit there, right?
And you wait for her to cut her part first.
Let's split a plate, right? Mm-hmm. And then you go, you go to order, and she's like, oh, you don't want that? and then you end up having to order whatever she wants, and then you're like, fuck, that's not even what I want. So I don't even mess around with that whole thing. I'm like, hand it to a homeless person, take it home, do whatever you got to do, but I'm ordering what I want, you order what you want, and you eat all you want. Or like when they first get the plate, right, they'll put it over towards you to take what you want. No, go ahead and eat whatever it is you want to eat, as much as you want to eat, and then when you're done, hand it to me, and I'll see if I want to kill it. But it always gets, it's it's always some uncomfortable, compromising position that you get put in.
Always.
You know, and it wasn't your idea to split this place. Do I look like I split very many plates ever?
Okay,
Yeah.
I can go to Chili's with the 2 for $30, you know, and you get the big platter. It's usually enough food for 2 people, and
Well, if
dessert
the menu
and
says serves 2 to 3 people,
that's
then
what
fuck, we're in the game.
Yeah,
Right.
we're in the game. We're splitting the paired out.
Yeah.
2 appetizers, main dish, and 2 desserts.
Don't have me order something that's designed for
something
one person.
and then cut a piece of it off.
And then I feel cheated.
I feel cheated.
I didn't get
and
this
you get a
one.
whole smorgasbord plate because
Right.
you order something, and then if you got other people, you go, well, I'm gonna get something off her plate. I'm gonna get some. Wait a minute. I thought your whole point of your diet was to eat less, but here you are with a damn spread.
And I'm down for like we go to a restaurant, we know what we usually order and all that. So like she'll order the same thing that I would normally order. She knows that, right? So then it's my turn to order. So then I'll get something that I know she likes, and then we'll share kind of.
Right.
But that's 2 plates. It's still 2 different plates. So if you want to share, I don't have any problem sharing, but get something. You have to have trade bait. You know what I'm saying? Don't try and sucker me into this. What do you call it? Rationing of food. Like,
I'm ordering a 21 ounce steak. I can break you off a piece of 20 ounce. Don't give me an 8.
I'm still growing.
Don't give me an 8 and then expect you to chop off down to a 6 or a 4. I'm like, no.
So with the holidays coming, I don't hear a whole lot of the talk anymore. Maybe it's just it is a rule now.
It's become taboo.
Or an understanding that there's no Merry Christmas. But there's tons of people that are very, very insistent on the Merry Christmas.
Well,
which I'm good with.
Last year,
right,
and Trump even said that we say Merry Christmas.
Right.
He said, I'm putting Christ back in Christmas.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
Right.
But he did a couple tweets and he just said Happy Holidays. And it's like, wait, dude, you flipping or you forgot or you forgot to dictate to your...
You can tell what just popped in his little tiny brain and he spits it out. And then you can tell what has been prepared by other people. PC... And then he says it, right.
Yeah. PC compliance has definitely affected a lot of people. So lately... And I did this today, and I've been doing it anyway because my last name is Murray, and for years I've been saying Murray Christmas.
Sure,
it's a catchy thing amongst us Murrays. Yeah. But I did it to a customer today, and on the phone I was like, "All right, thank you, have a good one, Murray Christmas." And she said, "Oh my God, thank you for keeping it real. I say Merry Christmas too," and I was like, I didn't say Mary, I said Murray. But hey, Kay, good for you.
Right. So she didn't even catch it.
She didn't catch it that I said Murray, but
one of the brighter
thanks for keeping
customers.
it real. Thanks for keeping it real.
I don't know. I'm cool with it. Here's what I don't like.
Outrage
is that people that go absolutely out of their way and insist that you say Happy Holidays. And it's in like corporate America that they do that primarily. Everybody is just so worried about getting sued and all that bullshit, where you just lose you. And that's what I kind of dislike so much about the corporate American. If you work in corporate America, good for you, whatever. But we've lost our balls. We've lost our
I know there are holidays. There's the Hanukkah, there's Kwanzaa, there's Christmas, then there's the non-observance day, there's Jeebus Day, whatever. Happy holidays. Put a big old rainbow across it.
But why,
can't say rainbow because rainbow belongs to certain groups. But why can't you say Christmas?
Why can't you
Merry
just say
Christmas?
What it is that you celebrate and who gives a fuck what anybody else celebrates?
Oh, we don't do that around here.
That is what I celebrate. So I can say Merry Christmas. Mm-hmm. If somebody's Jewish and they can say Happy Hanukkah, if that's what they do, and then you know what they do. But why should I be forced to compromise what it is that I believe in and what I choose to call it? How are you going to tell me what I'm going to call my Christmas?
Merry Xmas.
You know what I'm saying?
Merry Xmas.
All of a sudden, you have determined that the world as we know it for the last so many years was wrong.
And you want to change.
And you want to change it.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, this taps in on a lot of the subjects that we've covered on the show, like the Confederate flag. And
yeah, we talked about that kind of
stuff. You know, it's just, why do you want to erase the history just for a better understanding of the now? People don't get the fact that we're evolving, we're changing, but we're no better or special than any other animal on this planet. But we can make things up, and it becomes so important for us now, today.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And people mistake it for like me getting upset about stuff, but it's really not even that. Like I'm not upset about any of that. I just point it out, and I try and understand why it is so important that that you prove that the world as we know it isn't doing stuff right. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. You live your life how you want to live it, you know, and let other people do what they do, you know. But don't. It's almost like me trying to force on you that what you're doing is not right. You know why?
It's right in your mind.
Why are you trying to force it in my mind that what I think is wrong is actually right?
Okay, so let's talk about a recent viral video in New York State at the Human Services Department, where a lady was in line, very packed building, looking for aid and care for childcare for her son.
Yeah, I saw the video. They were trying to pry the baby off of her.
But I think she was more using the baby as a shield.
There's
different ways to store it. There's perspective on the whole thing. My thing is, if you're sitting on the floor and you're told to stand up because you're blocking the flow of traffic, or you're sitting, ma'am, you're going to have to stand up. Everybody else is in line or whatever. Please stand up. You can't sit there. It's not a chair. It's not. You can't sit there on the floor. Please stand up. Then when you start to protest and forcing your rights on things, over the line.
Look,
but then to use your child as a shield, it can go both ways. It's excessive. That was a nasty video, and I'd love to hear how other people view it. But no, you crossed the line. You failed to comply to their order. Now they're trying to separate you from that situation. If you can't stand up to be served, you're now making a protest or whatever. You know, dragging you out. But if you're holding your baby as a shield, nope, becomes a part of you.
Let me ask you this.
Strike it down.
So if you watch the video, it appears the way that they're showing it. Of course, the media well, I wasn't there. But what are the odds that the woman was there, sitting on the floor, minding her own business, just waiting patiently for 4 hours, and then out of all the people there, security, the police, whoever, decides that they're going to randomly harass her and try and pry this baby out of her arms. And she has no clue on why they're doing this to her. What are the odds of it happening that way?
If there's no verbal communication and you just walk up, start trying to snatch her up, and I've already communicated to her that she can't sit there.
What are the odds of that happening? Slim and none.
Slim to none.
All right, so this chick, and I'd like to hear from somebody that was actually there, but I'm just going to assume, allegedly, that this woman did something to provoke it. Mm-hmm. But nobody's ever going to see it that way. They weren't there either.
Right. But
they just want to jump on this. And then I don't understand why the cops allow these people to stand so close to the action
and record
videotaping it.
Well, you can't stop them.
What in the world?
You can't
Get back.
No, well,
get back.
You may be in.
You can film it, but stand like 15 feet back and clear the area and let us do our job.
Yeah.
What happens then? I mean, there's people like putting their arm on the cop's shoulder and filming.
Excuse me, buddy. You're blocking
You're in
my
the shot a little
You're in
bit.
my
Yeah.
shot. Let me see what you got going on.
What happened? Get these people back. Where's the yellow crime scene tape? I mean, come on. What happened?
Hey, TMZ will pay you for some
before all this shit of videotaping and everybody being so paranoid.
World star.
Dude, you couldn't even come close to any kind of scene that was at least, dude, that even happened a couple hours ago, let alone happening right on the spot. Either if you were trying to get like super close up and be a part of the thing, you would have got the fucking nightstick to the head. But there's no more of that going on.
The cops think that you're in this too.
Yeah, you're trying to get it. No, but you can't do that anymore because everybody cries and takes the side of the victim. And I'm not saying that this lady was wrong, but what the fuck, man? And then you got a kid in your arms? Come on, man. Yeah. You know what? Hey, I saw something a little disturbing. That bothers me a little bit. Ooh, excuse me. I'm at the liquor store getting my Mexican retirement lottery, and because I believe
one day
you can do it.
I can win.
Yeah. So I'm in. Well, the place doubles as a liquor store on the right hand side,
okay,
and a dispensary on the left hand side,
and a chicken joint in the middle.
They rent out half of it, and so I pull in. I have no need to go to the dispensary, so I pull in. And
sure, you don't have. Sure, you don't need.
Why? If I have my own, I don't need to go.
That's true. You're right.
Right. So they always jam me up and like, yeah, you can't park there. It's only for the dispensary. I said, fucker, I'm going in the liquor store anyway. So I go in the liquor store and come back out, and there's a Mustang. And chicks on the phone talking, smiling, all giggling and everything. And the kids are in the back crying in their car seats, 3 of them.
What are they going apeshit about?
Because they're little kids and they don't want to be strapped in a car seat for a fucking half hour while somebody's scoring weed in the dispensary.
Nah, true that.
So the dad, which probably isn't much of a fucking dad, is in there getting the weed.
You're projecting. Stop projecting.
Right.
Come
and
on,
getting the weed.
Okay.
And the mom's on the phone talking to Sancho.
Okay.
And these kids are crying. And I want to so bad walk up to the window and be like, bitch, hang up the phone and fucking take care of your kids. But that's not my spot to do that. And then, you know what goes through my head? Remember I always told you that I hear the sounds
the children,
of kids and all that?
Yeah.
Man, and then I start thinking about all the kids in the world
that don't have
being neglected, being treated like shit.
You can only assume that once they get that pot back to the house, how much care those kids are going to get during.
They don't give a fuck if they don't take care of them in that situation. What makes you think at home where nobody's looking, they're going to treat them any better?
No,
it's probably going to be worse. And I know this is supposed to be like comedy, talk, and all that stuff.
With
but
heart, baby. With
I just think that it's hard for me to really think about all the kids out there that aren't being treated right.
We're here, man. We're here. That's what we talk about. We talk about the things that matter.
And it was just like a sign of the bullshit, man.
So while I'm talking about viral videos and things and people forcing their opinions or forcing their rights on people, there was a video of a lady in a bank who demanded money, may or may not have an account at that particular bank. So she decided to hold up the bank without a gun, with just outrage. She pushes over the check signing station, several of the lines, and then she starts yelling, "I want money! Give me money! I'm poor! You got to give me money! Open that vault!" And she just proceeded to do the most ridiculous rant and outrage, not proving that she has an account there or anything like that, and the security just pulled her aside. Now, I'm thinking the places can be locked down if you've got a person that's acting irrational, excited, or what have you. They did kind of sequester her, put her to the side. Somebody just sat there and just recorded the whole thing. You can't record inside of a bank. You cannot record inside of a bank. Yet somebody got great video inside the bank of this lady with her little outburst. Could have been faked or whatever. But I'm just so concerned that citizens will just take their rights and their speech and their vote of passage to just pass things on like they're entitled to stuff. This lady stood there shouting, "Give me money, give me access. I open the vault. I'm poor. I need money. Give me money." So you kind of like you're trying to rob the bank with no gun. But you're violence and you're scaring other people and you're overstepping that boundary. And this is a federally insured bank, but I'm surprised they didn't call the cops on that lady.
I like her.
Her approaches.
Well, I guess if it was a dude, you'd say he's got some balls. But it was like a crime of emotion.
Emotional.
Like trying to shame him into. I mean, obviously she wasn't all there. Couldn't have been.
I mean, they got money.
She's just fed up. Who does?
The bank's got money.
Well,
it's
yeah.
federally insured.
But that's none of hers. Right. So, yeah, I get it.
I mean, there's some different sides of that one, but it's like, just how do people get to that point where they start demanding things, holding a protest or holding a violent display like
She
that?
felt entitled.
Some part. I mean, I would a quick chop take her down a notch. Yeah. Would have been my real reply if I was working security there, because I have to protect the other customers. And yeah, I definitely would have did a quick leg sweep or something like that to take her down, disarm her. I mean, she's throwing over display cabinets and knocking over stuff and just yelling. You don't know if she's packing, but they sequestered her, pushed her off to the side. And the person that was recording, I'm like, well, how's he recording if you can't record in a bank?
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's like filming in a casino. You can't take pictures, you can't record anything in a casino.
But so that video got out there, and it's not viral yet, but I'm just like, she was white, so they didn't jump and tase her or whatever, but they did sequester her. But I just think the whole scenario is kind of interesting, and privilege still reigns out.
Yeah. So did you hear Kathy Lee Gifford is retiring?
I am most surprised by that announcement.
Why? What brought it about? Did she say something?
I'm pretty sure something did come up, or what have you.
Something went down where she got some grief.
Yeah, she got a little backlash off some statements. I'm sure.
I remember back in the day watching her. There was nobody that cried more than her, like on a regular basis.
You start thinking that it wasn't genuine anymore because here comes the waterworks. Here come the waterworks. Yeah, so she's had a great career though, and so it's only time. It's only time.
The one that kills me is this Kelly Ripa. Is there a woman on earth that doesn't think that she has ultimate power and is more important than her? You know, she is in firm belief that the world rotates around her and that people actually give a fuck about what she's doing or saying.
I don't know where she got all of that.
You know, well, people are like analyze everything she does, and she's not that important. People, I don't understand it. The only reason I'm saying something about it is because it's annoying how important she thinks she is.
Yeah, till she steps outside that little circle, buddy. Till that little bubble bursts.
I don't know. I don't get it.
She needs a little reality check because life ain't easy.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
But she's built herself up there.
Man, I can't wait till Christmas is over.
Why?
I just hate the holidays. Dude.
I know. I get that.
I do. Like I say every year. I probably said it last year, but all these kids, man, you know, just sitting there watching them open up the presents, and especially the younger ones. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe I hear it different than how they say it, but I hear, what's this? I didn't want this piece of shit gift. This sucks. That's why I hate you. You never buy me anything that I like. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I don't hear the happy to get something.
Right.
There's kids in this world that don't get anything.
Right.
But these little fucks gotta, like, you know, they gotta have. Why don't you go out and buy it then?
Third world problems.
You know?
Hey, next time, just get me a gift card. I'll go get my own gift.
It's unbelievable, man.
Entitlement.
You know?
Entitlement. My company, the company I work for, we we did something pretty cool. We usually do it every year. Anyway, but we go and pick a donation spot, and then we'll get several families and buy their Christmas. Adopt a family or 2 or 3, and so we picked up 4 pretty cool families, and we got everything. Some of the kids' lists and wants were kind of out there, but we did. We fulfilled some Christmas wishes, and one kid got a bike. He wanted a bike, so we got a brand new bike and a helmet and a total hookup. And then I started thinking about all of this, and this time of the year, we're so giving and so committed to helping other people. Why can't we do that all year?
Sort of.
But why this time of the year versus any? Humanity.
Yeah, sort of. Okay, here's.
I mean, we do things on a regular basis. We do raise funds. We do contribute to community programs.
Why?
We do.
Why?
Well, the company's focus and the company's directive, and from the founder, she was a big believer in community. So we maintain and we do.
She might be a real one.
She was a real one. She was.
But my issue is like watching the news this week. And they're having the San Diego food drive and all that, or the food bank, and it's on the news like all day, every day, and they use it as a write-off, and they just getting their name out there like they're good people, Wawanesa, all these different companies are just jumping in to get their name out there. They're using the situation as a promotion for their company, not out of the kindness of their heart, not giving back to the community. They're doing it as a promotion thing because they know that they're like on Rachel Ray today. They give away all these gifts to the audience members.
Right.
Why? Because the company is getting exposure.
The company's getting exposure.
It's a commercial.
Promotional proceeds provided by and all that stuff.
Not to mention that, but Rachel Ray's doing a commercial for them.
Yep.
So I mean, it's like I guess my point is all these people are giving but they're really not. And they're not for the right reasons.
Well, okay, so again, this time of year when it's more rampant and people feel they have to or they're doing it more, why not all year? Why not all year?
Because they don't give a fuck.
So I mean,
that's the point.
I hear DJs and radio stations going down and doing the.
Because they have to. They're contractually bound to.
They're not going down and doing it not because they have to
look good,
but they're going down and they're paying off people's their layaways and they're doing the pay it forward.
Yeah, because somebody else did it and they're fucking copycat. Whatever. And they want to be on the news. Somebody's saying, "Oh, look what they did for the poor people."
Yeah.
It's not for. You know what? It would really impress me.
Yeah.
If they did it anonymously.
Yeah, I mean, and don't tell nobody about it.
Right.
All right.
Just do it.
We did this for me, and we did it.
Right.
And it felt so good.
No.
I mean, I did feel good. I paid for a lady's order at Walmart. She was checking out, and then she wanted some things, and she started moving stuff back and trying to figure out what she had on her card and everything. And I was more pissed just to get through the line. I don't like shopping, but I sat there, and it touched my heart enough. And I'm not saying it because Guy's a great guy, but I just wanted to get the hell out of there. And rather than pack up my stuff and go to another line, I paid for her order, paid for her stuff. And while everybody's sitting there with their mouth like, "Oh, gee, I wish that was me," and she was in my way. I just wanted to get out of there.
So again, it was for purely selfish reasons.
To get the hell out of there,
right?
Man.
So it wasn't because you felt bad for the lady.
Well, no, I mean I felt bad. She was trying to make it work, and I was like, "Look, mira, señora,
just get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Voy a completar su orden. ¿Qué quieres? Hay algo más. Hay algo más." And luego, I just got just move.
Like I can go for a good cause. Like I was at 7-Eleven and this guy was in front of me buying a Swisher, which obviously is going to be a blunt wrap, and buying a tall can. Right. Well, his card was declined. So I thought if anybody needs to get high and drink a beer, it's got to be this guy whose a card was just declined for $6.
Oh, Gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
to me, that's a good cause, right? You know. So you know, that's the stuff that makes me get soft. Right. What's up, Kwai Chang Lee?
What's up, Kwai Chang Lee?
Rex Lee's in the house watching. What's up, dog? Watching the show all the way from NorCal. I saw a picture of your 3 baby boys, I think it is.
Proud daddy.
Very nice, very
nice.
nice. Yeah. So that was I just saw that today, as a matter of fact, Rex. And my buddy Joe's up in NorCal. He's watching. I don't know who else, because this fucking thing, I don't know how to work it sometimes.
It's a broken
Anyway.
So let's hurry up and get through the holidays so Rick can put that behind him.
Yeah, it's just...
Well, we're going to do something different next year. We got some things coming together. So we're trying to we're trying to speed up into those new projects, you know. We got things happening. So how's things going with the job prospect lining for yourself, sir?
That's kind of the issue.
Well, because
you mean as far as getting a job?
Yeah, looking for work and getting a job in the holidays is kind of tough,
Yeah,
because you're going to
tough.
the company in a different reason. You're going there for a different reason.
Well, yeah. You know what I was just thinking was that maybe I could start working somewhere and take the next couple of weeks to do the paperwork and do all the bullshit, right? Then be ready to go starting on the new month. But it's hard, man. Even the shitty jobs, man. Like I was telling you, it's hard to find anything, and I don't know. It's like I have this other stuff going on that I'm hoping turns into something where I'm not gonna have to worry about that.
Right.
And really, I mean, it's like, man, it's tough. I don't know what we're like in between, you know.
Yeah.
Where I justify leaving the kids with somebody. I like being there, taking care of them, being with them, so I know what's going on, and I don't really trust that many people,
Right?
Because they're one way when you're around, and then as soon as you leave, it's like fuck, you don't know what they're doing to the kids. So that part's hard for me. We're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
Figure out what we're gonna do.
It's tough when it's with the kids or kids are involved and everything.
If this show would just take off, then I fucking wouldn't have to worry about nothing.
And there's your plug: Patreon.Pelon and Chubby.
It's gonna go. The show's gonna go. It's just gonna.
We're ramping up. We're doing what we're supposed to do.
There's a few things we need, but I think the show's gonna go for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
I think for sure.
For sure. I think for sure.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
For sure. But no, there's I was on the freeway, went to see my dad at the hospital.
How's he doing?
Shitty.
Okay.
And man, dude, there's a lot of people out there. I don't go out in public too often, but there's a lot of people out there, man. And a lot of assholes, on the road. There's people put their blinker on trying to get over. Fuck no. And why? Why not? Just be the nice person and let them get in. Why be such a dick? Why? I don't understand it. And then if you're going to be that big of an asshole, at least stare the person down. But no, they turn their head and act like you're not there, like you didn't see the blinker. Or
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
I speed up.
Yeah.
I get more than a fender ahead of you. And
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry, were you trying to get over?
That's my quarter panel.
Yeah.
Sorry, suck it.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of assholes out there.
I used to do defensive driving techniques and push back and everything. I'm starting to realize my commute time is increasing because there's a lot of people that take advantage of my kindness. Yeah. So I no longer drive defensively. I'm aware. I know what my vehicle can and cannot do. I
have kind of a motto or creed or whatever I go by when I'm on the road, and I'll put the blinker on when I need to get over, and I'll do the right thing, try and wait my turn.
4 seconds.
Right, but if you're going to be an asshole and not let me in, then I'm going and I'm doing a brake check. We're going to see if your brakes work.
Let's see how good you are.
But I'm going, and sorry about your luck if you don't fucking see it.
If you don't see it coming.
And then guess what? If you hit me from behind, who's at fault?
We're going to get you.
Yeah, thank you very much. You're screwed. But I try and do the right thing, man. I'm trying to be a good person. I'm trying to, be the bigger person. If people can't, do the right thing, then, things got to happen.
Oh, yeah. You want to do some in the news?
Sure. You have, in the news, you got a topic that grabbed your fancy? God, I wish somebody would grab my fancy.
Well, you got to let your fancy out every once in a while. You can't just keep it bottled up.
Yeah.
Keep your fancy inside.
Yeah.
No, I like the fact that the sentencing for Mr. Cohen happened today.
Oh, sentencing?
Yeah, he got 3 years.
3 years in the Fed?
3 years for lying.
Yeah, but is it going to be 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years in federal.
Or is it going to be on a bracelet or something?
No, he's going in.
Is he actually going to have to go to a facility?
Yes,
Wow.
and yes, and yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was on leniency. He was asking for leniency. A New York judge gave him 3 years.
That's a long time.
For lying,
And for
man.
federal, he brings, you're going to do 85% of your time.
Definitely.
85%.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
wow,
sir.
That's going to be a change of...
change of scenery for him.
I bet you he's got a... Is he still married?
Yeah.
Or does she jump ship?
She's in his corner.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
You know that best friend that he had that's been kind of giving her the eye?
The buddy.
Yeah, guess what? He's going to fill in your blank. Yeah.
Enter name here.
Yeah, I don't know if Cohen knows. He's kind of white, right?
He's very white.
Maybe somebody needs to bring him up to speed on the whole Sancho thing.
He's a lawyer, too, so
Right.
he should know about Sancho.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
And so the whole thing now shifts to, okay, so...
So now he's going to jail.
Admitted to the hush money. He
Right.
admitted to
Is that
lying.
illegal?
What lying to
No,
Congress
but hush
is.
money.
Hush money, it can be negotiated depending on the source of the money. That would be very illegal.
If my client
Okay.
told me to give this chick money to say that we did not sleep together, is that illegal?
If she accepts it and abides by the term of it, no, it's not. When she doesn't hush, and Miss Daniels did not.
You know, she was told by the judge to pay Trump back. How much? 300,000 or something?
293 million or 293,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
293,000
Serves that bitch
plus
right.
damages.
Right.
And his lawyer. Now, so
Which his lawyer doesn't need anymore because he's in the clink.
He's in the clink. So here's the thing, though. So if the hush money gets paid back to Trump, and the lawyer is paid,
then that deal is null and void.
The deal is null and void.
Now she can say whatever she wants.
She can say. I mean, she did say what she wanted.
Right.
She had a book deal and everything like that. So is that admissible as evidence in any other hearings or any other cases? Does that information not go out? Is it public policy, public opinion?
I think what he got charged with is for lying.
Okay, yeah, that's what Cohen got.
So it doesn't matter what the rest is.
So Cohen, Comey, all of them are falling down, lied to. It all come back. It all resurfaced. Mueller's doing his job. But if it's still connected to Trump, what's the play?
Well, if these guys aren't saying he told me to do that.
Well, no, Cohen kind of said that he did through if Trump told me to jump off a bridge, I would have. He was like the gateway drug to all my problems. He introduced me to the black world of politics. He introduced me to the black worlds of laundering. He's introduced me to so many things. I've covered for that man. So when you're seeing all of that,
yeah, when the ship is sinking,
everybody starts talking.
Yeah,
Flynn started flipping and singing different songs.
Why didn't you say something about it before?
Well,
just because the ship's going down.
It's going down.
So how believable is it?
I'm going.
Trump's a smart man. He's not going to put his ass out there.
He'll exonerate himself. I mean, but when they start going after his kids, I wonder how soon he'll start flipping. Because Jared's coming up and Ivanka's coming up.
Right.
their ticket's about to get punched.
Well, if Ivanka needs somewhere to crash one night,
I got a sofa
she's
right
got
here.
she's got the couch
Got a
anytime
leather
she
couch,
wants.
and we keep it nice and cool and chilly in here.
Absolutely.
She can wear some of that Kmart stuff. Not Kmart. I'm sorry. Those hand-me-downs that she's approving at what was it? Was it Walmart, Walco, one of those that she's.
All I'm saying, she's a tall drink of water there.
And she's got a spot on the sofa.
Anytime.
Hey, since there's no more casting couch for the next episode of The Apprentice, what are we gonna do next season?
Casting couch.
Yeah.
No more?
No, well, I mean, if you could accept hush money and then still have to pay it back, there's no casting couch. Me Too move is full effect. You know.
Hey, whatever happened to Homeboy?
Which one?
Weinstein. He kind of just went to the wayside there.
He's in prison.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's sentenced?
No, well, you know what? I think that Joker's still free.
What's going on with that?
Better tap that one up. I don't know
There's-
Okay, so because they let that one college kid, the frat boy rapist, heinous crime.
Right.
They let him go.
Right.
Drop the charges. But yet, horrible Bill Cosby still in custody at 80. This kid is 23, frat boy.
What?
Heinous crime.
What
He was set free.
Okay.
Heinous crime.
But what
Worse
are you saying?
than.
It's like
Fair treatment. That's what I want. I want fair treatment.
You think Cosby was railroaded?
If we don't have to talk about all of the other things that was external to his case, and when the judge that's sitting there is handing down the sentence, and he says it's a heinous, you're a predator, you're a danger, you're 80 plus years old, they can see and smell you coming, but we're gonna put you under that prison. We're gonna put you in. No, you can't go home because you did have the whole ankle weights and you were throwing wild parties. You were throwing birthday parties and keeping other people. Cosby, yeah. While he was out and on house arrest, whatever, and monitored, he was on his birthday. He had a nice jazzy blues, and the cops were called because it was loud and boisterous and having a great old time.
Yeah, but was he doing the
No, he wasn't doing
Kool-Aid thing?
No, he wasn't doing the Kool-Aid, the NyQuil Kool-Aid thing, man. Come on. He's 80. Camille ain't down for that.
So then what are they worried about? So he's
But
like,
no, heinous
hey, if you can't go
crime.
out to the party, you got to bring the party to you.
Heinous crime. He's an old man. But yeah, they let the
Yeah, but how
23-year-old
long ago
kid.
was this shit?
I know, but I'm saying that was then, this is now, and these are the conditions that they were able to finally press charges and finally get their man.
So how long did he? How long did he get?
He got
It doesn't affect me at all, so I really don't even know.
he got 30 years. We'll spend maybe 6 of
That's
it.
a long time.
That's still, he's 80. But the frat boy goes to go home,
Yeah. So
drop charges.
the moral of the story is,
There's no moral. We lost our morals. We don't know how to balance things. It's not the same crime.
make sure you get a good attorney, and it helps if you're white. There you go. So that is the moral of the story. If you're gonna do a crime, make sure you got a good attorney.
Make sure your melanin's right.
And then, just be on the white side of the road. And you're all right.
Don't be a neighbor.
No. All neighbors report to prison. Sad but true.
And that's the end of the news spread. Well, you got something?
No, there was more stuff going on.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Crazy world. This is a crazy, mad world.
I'm trying to think. I had a bunch of shit, and then things got weird, and I forgot some of the stuff. But, man, there was some good stuff. I remember. But I can't even,
Lakers are acting on again, off again.
Yeah. You know what? I gave LeBron a hard time.
They're gelling.
When he first was coming over to the Lakers, we were hanging out.
You said,
and,
hell no, I'm not letting him.
and I was
I'm not
like,
wearing
"Dog,
23 jersey.
I cannot accept you as a Laker, man." And he was like, "Why? What's the problem?" I was like, "Just it just don't seem right. Don't feel right, you know." And so, but I haven't completely accepted him as a Laker. It's kind of like he's on temporary loan.
Oh,
maybe.
here's the thing. Do you cheer when he scores or does a good team play?
No, but I cheer when they win.
Okay, but you don't watch and break down the game. It's like, oh, why did you do
It's
that?
like that. It's
Ball
like
hog.
it's
Why
like
you do that? Oh, blind
it's like
pass.
that. It's like that guy. You know, that was all right.
It was all right. That was that was a good move. That was a good move. Yeah, no, I can't give King James that. I'm taking away from him. He's taking away from the team.
So, the one that gets me a little bit is Ball. That kid is fucking awkward, man.
It's the combination of weird, awkward, and just
I did expect a little more, and every once in a while he have flashes of like the kid's gonna be good. But are we gonna be seeing that 10 years from now? Next year, he's gonna be good.
I'm saying we have nothing really to base it on.
It's just crazy, man.
It's really crazy, but yet the popularity, the big push, and the promotion. I mean, it's more hype than anything. Really, is that what the NBA's evolved to now? Development Academy level of players that are in the colleges, level of players that are in AAC. There's just so many other talented people, and then you got this guy with purported sources of money and created opportunities for other students. Other athletes, it's just not. It's not the same playing field. Looking at the draft picks and looking at the college playoffs for the holidays, Holiday Bowl, the Rose Bowl.
Speaking of draft, did you hear where the draft is going to be held?
Oh no, where's it going to be?
Las
Vegas, baby.
The NFL's putting a push.
Shaking it.
The Raiders are going. I think the Raiders are going to be better off once they're there. I know they're struggling a little bit, but Gruden is a good, very, very good coach. And I think they're going to spin that franchise around. And when they finally have a home, I think people are going to want to play there, want to go there. And I think it's going to be a good thing.
I don't know. I don't.
For the players, it's going to be rough because there's tons of pitfalls. And you want to talk about going from Oakland, which is fine,
hard count.
but going to Vegas, where that place never sleeps. I mean, if you're a young dude with a pocket full of money, wow, you can get in a lot of trouble out there. So there's going to be casualties on top of casualties. I have a feeling these young players are going to be exposed to the whole gamut of things.
I'm fearful of that. Future in that aspect, but at the same time, it may not be that.
Hey, you know what? You're grown. You're getting a paycheck. Mama's not around no more.
Right.
You notice I didn't say nothing about dad.
Yeah, no.
Obvious. But Mama's not around to babysit you anymore. You got to make decisions. You got to make it on your own, dog.
You got to tip it a hat.
If you're gonna dip it. You be smart enough to kill it.
Dip it and wrap it. Before you dip it, you better wrap it.
Boy, I can't imagine being an NFL player.
I can't imagine
in Vegas, man. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm definitely renting a place, and every opportunity I have, I'm getting out of that town so I don't get in trouble, man. That is 100.
Oh man.
If you hang out there, you are definitely going to get in trouble.
Trouble's going to find you.
Because there are gold diggers like no others in that town.
Yeah.
They will eat you up and spit you out before you even know what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No. It's a situation. It'll be interesting, but if it's not what we're projecting, may surprise us and be something entirely.
You got this little dude from Mississippi that ain't hardly ever seen nothing, and then you put him in that fishbowl.
Okay, okay. You got me. My mouth was open on that one. You got me.
There are some white girls out there that you will kill for.
Oh man,
I'm telling you, and they're pros of pros. I mean, they're like they will suck every nickel out of your ass, literally. Literally, and you'll love every minute of it until you're standing there butt ass naked, broke as can be.
Broke as a joke.
And then you'd be like, "Mama, what happened?"
Boy, I told you.
What happened was.
What happened was. Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's no joke.
Want to talk about some urban myths? I kind of still believe some things. I mean, my birthday is December 22nd.
It's coming up.
It's coming up. And we just did our cake day for all the October, November, December employees. Yeah, the babies. And it was like, oh,
hey, baby.
Yeah, your birthday? We're celebrating yours, so you get to cut the cakes first, or you get to get your slice first. I was like, privilege. But the whole month I've been kind of like giving some new details into my life with these little touching posts of things about me you didn't know. I used to partake in nose candy. No, I never did anything of that stuff. So I'm like kind of just trying to come up with some interesting posts. Live that
sheltered life.
Live that sheltered life. I'm trying to make it seem more romantic.
Hey, trust me, it is.
I'm a military brat. In middle school, I wrote a book about me and my best friend, and we were space heroes, and we killed one of the girls that we didn't like at the time as a monster. So in my book, it's just things like that. I'm trying to over romanticize those simple things of life.
A lot of the other stuff is so overrated.
Yeah.
It's like
you partied all night.
It sounds good on TV, and it's not. It makes for interesting TV because guess what? They're really not doing anything.
There's nothing going on.
No.
I can recall stories of, stealing the dad's car and going, 3 counties over.
Right.
And almost totaling the car, acting crazy and losing your inhibitions and everything, or trying to get some chasing some skirt and getting stuck on the dunes and the beach and stuff like that because you rebelling and just young and wanting to live and do something different because you ain't never done it before.
When you took the car, did you have a license?
Yeah. Or I had the permit. I didn't have a license. I had a permit.
I want to say we were probably like 13 or 14, and me and my buddy, he was supposed to watch these people's house while they're on vacation.
Oh, nice.
And so we took the cars, and what a nightmare, man. It starts out as like, what the hell?
And then we
didn't know how to drive a stick.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a disaster, man.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? And those things start to happen.
Oh my God.
I think I was 14, and I was getting my permit. So the legal age was 15. Man, because at 16, I was driving school bus with kids. Yeah, this is back in North Carolina. It was no joke, man. I was going to school driving school. They don't fuck around. But
Boy, can you fog up this mirror? All right, you can drive all the kids.
You can drive. Take the kids. Somebody needs to watch those bastards. So yeah, I was learning young and doing it, but stick shift I didn't really get into. Yeah. But my dad gave me the job when he went overseas. He gave me the job to warm up the truck. He taught me to hold that clutch down and turn that key.
Right.
Well, holding the clutch down, turn the key, or was it turn the key and fucking trucks jumping all down the street. Man, this thing is in traffic. I mean, not in traffic, but it's a dirt road. It blocks the rest of the whole trailer park. Everybody's going to tell you Top Murray's kids got the damn truck out there in the street again. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, oh, man, this is not cool. So I had to go find somebody skilled in the level of driving stick to teach me what's up. Because I forgot to hold the clutch down, turn the key to turn the engine on. Other than that shit was funny as hell, though.
Man, I remember some of the. I don't want to say anything because I don't know what the statute of limitations is.
Me and my friend William, he took his aunt's car, and I swear we're just having the greatest time. I don't know what it was. I called his attention from the road, and next thing you know, we're looking at the embankment of a large ditch, dude. We jerk the wheel, we spin out, and nothing happened per se, besides that my life flashed before my eyes type of scare. We could have tumbled, rolled, or like that. Nothing really happened, but everything happened to wake us up. Whoa, that was enough. And it's just those serious brushes with what's the worst that could happen, and you got a little piece of the worst that could have happened, but then you see these kids today, man, with the texting and the going crazy stuff. And it's like, man, we survived worse stuff than that. Except for death, that now they no longer here to answer to those things. But I'm like, man, I was out there doing a lot of crazy things that could have gone bad. And Yeah, no, I was like, I'm a little hellion. I did get away with a lot of stuff.
But hey, what would life be today? You look back, if you didn't have all those experiences and do all that crazy shit,
Dude,
it would be like boring.
I would be boring, man.
Like you wouldn't have all those memories.
William Smith, what's up?
You know, yeah, dude.
Thank you for life experiences, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I mean, some of the stuff is.
I got a buddy who we'll get into a good repartee about Trump and his support and how he thinks I'm a liberal or whatever his views and everything like that. And he thinks I drank some sort of Kool-Aid. But we used to have some back and forth, and I swear they were very racist, tainted arguments and conflicts. But yeah, we're still good. We're good today because we ironed or hashed out our issues back then.
Yeah.
And but it's like, damn, yeah. If it wasn't for then, I wouldn't be such a more developed or I can handle different situations because of those experiences. I'd be boring as fuck, and I'd probably be hyped up on some drug of choice and just hating life or whatever. But I've experienced quite a bit more opening.
You know what worries me a little bit is that I think back on these stories.
Yeah.
These things that happen, and I don't really talk about it much of the stories that happen, but I look at them and I don't think anything of it. Like, to me, it wasn't that crazy, but I tell somebody the story or somebody knows about it, it was there. Right. It was all, man, you are a crazy motherfucker. And I'm like, maybe. Like, I look back and I'm like,
I wouldn't have done it today. I wouldn't do that,
But is it bad that I can look at that stuff and I'm like, eh? And everybody else is like, what the? That was crazy.
Yeah, I remember we did.
Like, it's normal?
Yeah, we had a bonfire at the beach, and a couple of the seniors I think it was senior night or something like that, and we're all hanging out at the beach. And a porpoise corpse came up on the shore. We had a fire going. I just threw that up on there, and it started to stink up, and it's crazy. And I'm like, somebody needs to get that out of there. And I was like, okay. And so I went and did a couple test runs, see how much heat I could handle, get it before grabbing this corpse and try to get it off fire. I ran and did a couple of flips off the dead corpse on the flames. Guy, you're crazy. I was like, I'm doing flips off of a dead porpoise in a damn bonfire.
Like, it doesn't even make sense.
That's not something. Nothing don't make sense right now. Mm-hmm. We almost got a school bus locked on the beach, stuck on the beach, on the dunes. It wasn't me, man, but every time that story comes up, it's always, Guy, didn't you get your bus? I was like, no, that wasn't me, man. I was there. So they only assume it was me.
Right.
I didn't. It wasn't me.
Yeah, my mom and dad let me take the Suburban one day, and I was doing donuts out on the field. Uh-huh. And I almost rolled that thing. It was up on 2. Uh-huh.
You got a lot to get a Suburban on, too.
Yeah. Face is plastered against the other side of the window, and you're like,
please help me.
I'll never do it again. Just let it fall back on the wheels.
How those Duke boys do that stuff with all that with one car? Nah, they didn't have a test car.
It fell back on the...
When it fell back?
On the 4 tire, I was like, oh, God. Thank you.
I'm a believer now.
What a mess, man. The guy, I don't know if he ever watches, but Zach Crislock was the guy in the passenger seat.
Wow.
That I was smashed up against. He was a little skinny rail, dude. He was 6'4", and I hadn't seen him in a while. I went to elementary school.
You were trying to show off, man.
And I hadn't seen him in a while, and I turned on the TV, and he is pitching in relief for the Oklahoma Sooners in the College World Series.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hadn't seen him in probably 10, 15 years. That was kind of a trip.
It's like, what?
Turn on the TV. And
there he is. I remember I could have rolled that kid and he wouldn't be there right now.
I played against him in Pony League in Redondo. And, dude, it was a trip. So that was kind of cool.
That's cool, man. Yeah. See a piece of history.
Or the other dude I was telling you about, I'd play basketball with my buddy at 24 Hour Fitness.
Yeah.
And we play pickup 4 times a week.
Okay.
That's when I was exercising, in decent shape, getting out there playing hoops. And we played with a lot of famous people, but this one dude we played with every week, really mellow dude, very soft-spoken. His name was Billy.
Okay.
And so we play every week with him. And he just shot his little jumper, sat outside, never bothered nobody. But he'd always wear these NASCAR shirts.
What?
Yeah, always had NASCAR something on it. And I was like, man, and I didn't mean it like in a disrespectful way, but he was a light-skinned black dude. So I'm like, what do you know about NASCAR, man? And he's like, well, I drive in one of the NASCAR series, I drive the trucks. You ever seen the trucks? They drive in NASCAR?
Yeah, the
truck
Porter
series.
Trucks. Okay, yeah.
Well, I was like, yeah, whatever, if you're playing
You're just blowing them off,
yeah, people just like, whatever, and you're like halfway listening, like, fuck, whatever. Anyway, I turn on the TV again. I watch TV more than once. And I turn on ESPN, and guess what? They're having the truck series, and guess who flashes up on the screen?
Oh, let me see.
Billy.
Billy!
And I'm like, holy shit, man. And then remember they made a big deal about being one of the first black drivers in NASCAR to be in a regular race in NASCAR, not the truck series, but the real one.
In the race, okay.
And at one of the famous tracks.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure which one it was.
Was it Billy?
And guess who it was?
It was Billy again.
That was Billy.
Damn.
Yeah, driving in one of the first black drivers ever in history in that race. Yeah. So he wasn't full of shit.
No, that's not. That's crazy. I mean, who would have known? Who would have known?
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, did he have buckets though, where he was standing taking his little safe shots? Was he?
He had a decent jumper.
Had a decent jumper. Okay.
Like, put it this way, you'd be like, hey, you're going to get out on the shot. He might hit a couple.
Okay, you better get out on him. Don't just leave him out there. Don't leave him free.
There's some guys like when I played against Terrell Owens. When he was playing for the Niners, he was out there with J.J. Stokes.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, hey, the best defense on you is no defense. You're a self-check. I said, you are our best player. Just go on and keep shooting. You shoot your team right out of the game. But yeah, that's a true story. Fucking Terrell Owens fouling the shit out of me, and then I call foul, and he was calling me a pussy. I'm like, well, whose handprint
all over me
is that on my forearm right there?
Test. This looks like a DNA test for me.
He did jump from the free throw line and dunk.
Okay.
But other than that,
he wasn't coming in.
The game was miserable. His game was sorry. So everybody talks about him playing in the G League or whatever the fuck it is, No, dude was fucking garbage.
Okay.
Garbage. He's a mental case. He's garbage.
So if you were to lace him up today, Pelon, I know we talked about doing Pelon against the world.
Right.
Pelon, and I would love to. We're gonna do that. We got to do that.
My problem is now is moving.
Okay, so the knee,
the whole aspect of moving,
the movement. Okay.
No, it's just I'm old and fucking broke down. But look, I can sit there and I think
when you grab the ball, you're still thinking.
Right. I can do certain things, but I think with a couple days out on the court, I can at least get my jumper back.
Okay.
And then at one point I could hit from like anywhere outside. I was pretty confident.
Okay.
But I just can't move anymore, man. And just the my head is saying one thing and my body is saying, fuck no.
No.
Remember whose body you're in, stupid. Yeah.
Let me give you a reminder real quick.
Yeah.
Clinch.
Yeah.
I'm kind of facing that right now, and I'm feeling a little sad because I want to go running again, but my knees, nigga, no.
So like somebody was saying,
no, nigga, no.
You need to get some exercise. And I told him that's fine and everything. I can actually go in the gym, get on the treadmill and do like a half hour workout.
Right.
I used to do 15.
Wait, on the treadmill's not really a workout, but
are you fucking kidding? I used to do an hour
on the treadmill.
15 minutes of a brisk walk.
Okay.
15 minutes of full incline, 15-minute run, and then 15-minute cool down. Okay. And I would be drenched.
Okay.
Drenched. Great workout. But that's fine. I'll do that. But the next day, I'm in traction. Like, I can't move anything on my body. Nothing works. You know, I'm so fucked up. I'm like crippled.
What you doing, man?
Yeah.
I'm tying my shoe. Hold up.
Like you literally have to push me out of bed in order to get me out of bed. So I'm like, is it really worth it? Like I'm putting myself through more pain and agony,
Right. Yeah.
trying to get in shape. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any
I
sense.
get attraction afterwards. Yeah, I'm kind of like that. Like now, because I mean, I can't really exert myself. I would trigger vertigo, or I would trigger some sort of seizure. So I don't push myself to those limits anymore. I like when one would just sneak up on me though, because like I didn't do anything to deserve that one. Oh, here I go, and I'm gone.
So now I'm prone to all these lose weight quick gimmicks. You know?
No!
Because I want to be a firm believer that there is something out there that's going to just take the weight off.
I heard
wand.
I heard you speak on your use of the My Fat Belly product.
Yeah. So Valentine's got me doing this. My Fat Belly gotta go.
Uh-huh.
And it seems to be working.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I feel better. You know, I'll eat whatever I want. I don't gain any weight.
Okay, right on.
So
I mean, you look a little bit heavier. To me, you look a little bit heavier. You look, I don't know, like you're bloated right now.
Oh yeah, right now I haven't taken a good shit for a day or two. Like a good one, you know.
I'm regular like Charles. Right. I mean, I'm in there. I'm like talking like I'm talking like an adult in the Charlie Brown thing.
Right, but there's
every day though.
But there's
every
different
day.
qualities of
every
shit.
day.
Like,
Every day.
You know, yeah, but here's the thing. Like, no, I'm every day too. But when you get in the little like nuggets, you know, and you know you took in more than you just put out.
What are we talking about?
I'm just saying.
I know.
You know you know you didn't put out what you took in.
Right.
So it's somewhere.
It's gonna get me.
It's hiding somewhere. It's building up, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, and then other times it's like fucking no problem. But
not a problem.
But I know there's something like not right, and then I feel bloated, like I'm on a period or something.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I get on the scale, and I haven't gained any weight.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I don't know what's going on.
So I did my little thing, and actually I did some checking because one of my little side gigs, I also had an appetite suppressant and a diet pill, I guess, a supplement company that I was promoting. I stopped promoting it, and the little check started almost dissipating because my participation wasn't there to match.
Right.
But I've gained some customers, and I see this one lady still buying the product, obviously, I hope she's using it because she's on auto pay, and I can still get a little cut check from that. And I'm like, I like this thing. I like this whole idea. Until she finally finds out.
She's not one of those people that pays attention to her monthly bank statement.
I don't know. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, would you miss $144 every month? Because you
right. You would
if
think.
You're not using
you would think, but how many people? Like, you can always tell when they're in line at the store. Yeah. And they're looking at the screen like, oh, God, please
go through. Please go through.
How do you not have any idea what's in there, you know? And they're like,
sometimes I'm like different depending because, like, I know I got, like, a lot of things that are on auto billing. Right. And, like, certain paychecks, I go, okay, well, I know what that check's for. Mm-hmm. But my wife takes care of almost all of the financing. I put aside a little bit of money so I can take care of my websites, so I can take care of Pelon and Chubby monthly fees and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, so do I have enough to get this bagel sandwich right now? And I get sweaty standing there, man.
Dude, but you see the people that
I see people that be sweating and stressing.
Well, and then when it goes through and they hit when they hit the approve, you see the approve thing, you're like, ooh, thank you, Jesus.
Their shoulders drop. They'd be like,
it's like they hit a mini jackpot at the casino.
Dude, it's no joke. I ain't lying. Thanks, Jay, for that one. I ain't lying. No, it's for real. I mean, because you don't know. I don't like the shame of having to shuffle to a different card. I got a couple prepaid cards, and I'm like, is there enough for this bagel sandwich, or I'm just going to creep up out of here because, well, it says you owe $2.35. It's like, damn. Let me go to the car real quick.
I'm that like angry gambler talking about winning the stock, you know, like angry, and not angry when I lose, but for some reason angry when I win. which is really weird. Like,
now I got money.
Like, how did it take that? Why did it take that long? Fucker.
Right? Yeah.
Because it was just a random thing. We were at Pachanga
tonight. Oh, man.
And the old lady went to the bathroom to change the kid. We just had a baby, but we had this card that was going to expire, so we're like, fuck, we better use it.
Right.
Because you don't use it, you lose it. Right. And it was still like $400.
Damn.
And they let you fill up your tank with gas. So we had the seafood grotto. We're like, fuck, this is great. And at the time, we're a little tight. So we're like, fuck it, let's use this shit up, right? And so she goes to the bathroom to change the kid and feed it. And because sometimes they require that.
Yeah, sometimes.
So I'm like, what would a good dad do in this situation? Play a slot machine. So I'm playing slot. I move from one to the next one. Finally, the third one I sit down at. I'm putting money in it, not for very long. All of a sudden, boom, I hit.
Nice.
$4,000 change, right? So what do I do when it hits? I sock the fucking machine. Boom. I see $4,000, sock the machine. I say, what the fuck took so long? It was like all the years, all that time of fucking losing and building up and all that stuff. The only thing that could come to my head, like instantly, subconsciously, is to sock the machine.
So don't go play the lottery right now.
So she comes walking out and she's like,
so
what happened? I was like, we just won $4,000. And I only had been playing for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We got in the car, filled up the tank with gas, and got the fuck out of there.
Get out of there.
On them.
Yeah.
From that card. And I got that card at a charity golf tournament that we went to.
Okay.
And nobody was bidding on it. It was like, I want to say $500.
Okay.
$800, whatever. And nobody was bidding on it. So I'm like, this makes sense. You can't use it on gambling or alcohol.
Okay.
But food, whatever you want.
Right.
And I paid $100.
Okay.
For like $600.
Works. That works.
Made sense to me.
I'm getting my $500 out of this motherfucker.
Yeah. So it made sense to me. Plus, it was for donation for charity and shit.
Right.
I took advantage of the situation a little bit.
No one else has been.
If you can't take advantage at a charity golf tournament, a Christian charity golf tournament on top of it.
What I don't get is like the holidays and the white elephant thing and the raffles. I mean, I DJ'd that party last week, and they were giving cash and gift cards, and they had some really big prizes. And they had every employee's name automatically in the pool. No opportunity to order extra pool tickets. Right. So I was like, okay, so it's a fair square, and so those that are in attendance can win. And then they had a staff that was still working, like the third shift, were still also able to win. And so they do the drawing, and ding, 55-inch television goes to, he's not here. But he wins because he's working. So if you were not working.
Oh, they're at work still.
Yeah, so they were at work, but they still won.
That makes sense.
But if you aren't working and weren't there, you don't get that. So they go back and draw again. So you have to be present unless you're working. Yeah, and that's kind of cool. But then we go to a better holiday party for my wife's company, and man, the gifts, and they let you buy extra tickets. So I'm like, okay, where are they putting that money at? But they spent over like $7,000 worth for like total gifts and everything. So they had some cool stuff. We're talking 55-inch television,
nice,
DJ2, professional drone, iPad Pro, watches, and Apple stuff, and just I gotta get it. So I'm buying some extra tickets. Usually we go on luck, and my wife has
Mexican lottery.
My wife has never, and for the last 5 years, not walked out of there with something.
Wow.
So we got a Keurig last year. This year, we bought maybe one extra strip of tickets. You get like two for.
You didn't get the donut, did you?
I was trying to get the bullet, man. I was trying to get the.
I'm saying like you didn't blank. You did not get something.
Oh, we went and we won a Charbroil four burner converter hybrid with the charcoal on one side. We got
Right,
a nice
nice.
damn thing, $700.
Right.
I think no, $600.
And you were talking about getting a Q, weren't you?
Yeah, I got a Q. She won the
There you
Q. And I'm like, you know what? She's not. I need to keep her going, man. Keep her going, or maybe we should go over to the casino and see how that luck rubs out. And she usually does good on their Super Bowl pool sheets. I don't have that kind of luck. But with her, she's always on it. She's always hitting it.
So what happens? You living dirty, dog.
Yeah, hey,
that's it.
You
Gotta get right.
When you suffer for so long, your day will come in. You know?
I never knew what that whole white elephant meant. To this day, I don't think I know the official meaning of it. I always thought it was that dude at the party that did all the blow. That fucking did way more than he was supposed to.
That was a fun
It's a
game
white
because
elephant.
you bring a gift in, you put it on the thing, and you don't know what it is, or you don't know who it's going to go to. So you get to go around the thing and pick up a gift, and then you have an opportunity to open it and say, "Oh shit, I don't want this." And so then now there's a game
I
with
just
it.
thought that was the asshole.
You can throw that back, or you can swap it with something else.
Actually has a name. That's why.
So I've gone some friends parties where they have that little interactive game where you can exchange the gift. You don't like that stuff, and there's always that one gift that everybody's been wanted, but it can only be traded like one or two times. They have little rules that seems to change when depending on how much better that gift is. That's like shit. I came in here with a $45 Patron. I just walked out of here with some ping pong paddles.
I always thought that was a douchebag game.
Dude, it's kind of douchey. It is kind of douchey because you just put on the table a $45 bottle of Patron, and you know that's going to be the premio. Everybody's going to be trying to swap and swill or steal that one, and then and what you wound up getting is like some ping pong paddles or a bag of some red Solo cups and some ping pong balls. And you feeling kind of outed right now. I'm never coming to your damn white elephant.
Yeah, I didn't know
Christmas
that
thing.
that actually had like a name.
It's different. People handle it a little differently, but yeah.
Jeffrey Lopez, what's up?
What's up, J-Lo? J-Lo's in the house.
Is that one of yours? Right?
I don't
They're
know
all
anymore.
ours, huh?
They're all ours, man. They follow. They get here.
No, we appreciate everybody.
We love you
watching.
guys.
How long
we
have we
love
been
you.
on? Dude?
Hey, we've been on there for an hour and 30 minutes, actually.
An hour and 30.
Yeah.
Jay the Fever Man.
What's up, Jay
My
Fever?
phone sucks. I should auction it as.
Who's
We're gonna
that?
have to work on
Was that
his-
Fever?
We're gonna have to work on his writing.
Oh God, his singing's off, and so is his.
No, his singing's all right.
His.
We gotta work on some writing jokes.
Actually, we're going to start a webinar series. We're going to teach people how to do comedy.
Oh yeah.
I was just throwing. I mean, I've got some projects and some plans for 2019.
No, I mean it's not a bad idea.
We can either do an absert just to build it, but I think we're going to sit here and we're going to professionally do. Because a lot of people have courses or online things and stuff like that.
It's actually very simple.
It's really simple.
Look, just write jokes every day. Not all of them are going to be good, but just as long as you're disciplined in writing like 5 jokes a day. Now, sounds easy.
I'm good for writing content. I'm almost done with my 2 books. My books are almost done.
You get the premise, which is what your joke is about.
Right.
You write a little build up and then a punchline. The whole dynamics of a joke is pretty simple in theory. But when you're new at writing jokes and you're new at doing stand-up, your jokes are always going to be too long. So what you got to do is take that joke and cut it in half, and you probably have something funny. But you don't have to explain. People have common sense, so you don't have to explain the whole joke. You just do a real quick build-up, and then the punchline, and you're good.
Yeah, I'm working on mastering my redirection because I can take the same joke.
You know when people
and
say
I'm not
that
a prop
story-
comic. I'm not a prop comic, but when I bring my pussy book or I bring a mirror or something to the stage,
you got to be very careful with it. But yeah,
so I don't want to.
And the whole thing when people usually say that they're storytellers, that just usually means that they're
long jokes.
not the best writers and they're long-winded, and they don't really have necessarily the structure of a joke down. So a good
good example of
adjective or whatever, or adverb.
I think the key is on the redirection, because a storyteller can tell a great story, but it's not funny until you do the redirection. Why is this funny?
There's some guys that can put funny all the way through the story, and it works, but inevitably they're usually like the stories are too long.
Yeah, I think what we should do is maybe do a clinic, maybe not a segment or anything on here on the podcast, but maybe do a clinic or a webinar. Give it away, let people pick it up, analyze it, give it away now, and let them analyze it and let it be for what it is worth. And we can be a teaching institution, and then we get money from the state. We get money from the state, fully granted, invested in this therapy.
We're making people laugh, forget about their sorrows.
Because Pelon and Chubby, we care.
We care about you.
And we are a comedy talk with heart.
I think if you look at like a certain angle, you appear to be more believable.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do that right. And you get the right sounding and inflection in your voice when you say it.
We care. Really, we do.
Can we do a Casey Kasem type call right now? I'm feeling like giving. All of our different listeners, people have come in, people have hung out. Thank you, Carly, for checking and liking the video. That was great for you to stop by. Jeff Bobby Gringo, you're usually every night, every week, man. We love you.
He's
man.
a steady fixture.
So here's an opportunity for you, because yes, I will pop a new episode up. I'm kind of behind on posting.
How far behind are we?
Well, here's the case point. 63 just went up. Here we are on 65. There is just
So there's stuff in the archives that are
here's the
itching
thing.
to come out.
Here's the thing, it's itching to come out. And so how do I get the listeners? How do I get So I posted on our page at Pelon and Chubby in the group. So if you're not following the group, I know you probably hide our notifications, you little bastards. But there's money on the page. Right now, there's a $25 Amazon gift card on there.
What?
Yeah. It's hidden
June
in the text.
would love that. I'm going to tell June.
He's got to go down in the archive and the content.
All he's got to do is ask me.
We did a promo back in August, actually. Nobody replied. So there's still $25 on a gift card, Amazon, in Pelon and Chubby's account.
Yeah,
that you guys got to go back and check out for it. That's
but
still
what's
there.
$25 going to buy anymore?
On Amazon, man, shoot.
Huh?
You get free shipping. You get some books. You get something on your Kindle. You get something shipped to your doorstep, and $25 is a lot of money for some people. But that one is still open and it's still there. So you guys didn't do it. I'll read a comment. I'll read a comment. So refresh it. I'm not going to repost it. That's the thing. So you got to go dig for it. It's back in August episode and a comment where I asked you guys to do some research. Name your favorite episode.
Ooh. Yeah. I got a bunch of them, all of them.
You get it. There you go. June, what's your favorite?
I'm a little biased.
So, yeah. So that's one you can go dig down. That's $25 there. We did some other things. We're going to get shirts done. So, get yourself in these drawings. Get yourself in these things. We're going to try to be more engaging in 2019.
It's going to be better.
It's definitely going to be
2019, it's going to be better.
It's a 2 and a 0.
All my bad Chinese juju is going away. I can burn my bad luck envelope that I got in my wallet.
You have a bad luck envelope?
Oh.
Okay, because there's certain things I do that are.
I had to keep this in my wallet.
I'll still do the.
Left it upstairs.
I do the tarot cards every day. I got
a red envelope.
Okay.
In my wallet that I've had in there for the whole year. So actually the year doesn't end December 31st. You got to go Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year.
February.
Okay.
So in February, I can take it out of my wallet and burn it. Puppy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. I mean, there's some things that you follow that's not your upbringing, but it brought you luck, and so you're not going to break that tradition.
Plus, the old lady says I got to do it.
And you got to do it. Because I remember a windfall of putting some coins in the corners of the house, and then shortly after I started doing that, we got our current house, and finances started reversing, and we got back on top of things. Nothing happened, and we're in a better position, a better life because that simple practice, it makes you feel good.
That reminds me of a letter that was sent in.
Okay.
So there's this letter comes from a listener named Martha from the plains of the Appalachian. She writes, Rick, Pelon, I watch your show religiously, and the two of you just make me laugh beyond reason. But it just worries me sometimes. My husband has an issue with it, and he says, we used to be so close, and since you've been watching this show, all you think about while we're making love is this Pelon on the show that you listen to. And it hurts my soul. Well, Martha, I appreciate the letter, and I appreciate your thoughts. And tell your husband that Sancho is just for fun, not forever. So tell him not to worry. Your thoughts are going nowhere, but they are appreciated on the show. Thank you, Martha, for writing the show. Sometimes we have that effect.
We got effect that. Yeah, it's for real.
We have to live with it.
I watched this little. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it's a viral video, but one of my sisters in comedy. She posted a picture of a medallion filet mignon steak, crusty brown on the outside, super pink.
Just
on
how I
the
love
inside.
my meat.
Juicy's running, everything. The thing was so tender that they were cutting it with a spoon.
What?
God, I was dying. It was so graphic. It was so up close, and I'm like taking it home, cutting it with a spoon. Now you know that's a good thing. You know that's a good steak. And we had filet mignon at the holiday party, and I was like, that's a good piece of meat. That's a great thing. They had it drizzled, and they had it over a potato mash type of thing, and it was just delicious. And I start to think about how good life is when you get that. So actually, I'm waiting on my Kansas City steaks order. I've got steak and lobster for 2. That'll be here Friday evening. I'll be at a memorial service. But yeah, no, I got Kansas City steaks coming, medallion and a 6-ounce lobster tails for 2.
That's like that Omaha thing.
You know, so I went to Kansas City Steaks, and all of a sudden I'm starting to see Omaha Steaks offers everywhere, man. I clear my browser cache. They're getting me because I went to Kansas City, but Omaha's been doing it for 30 plus years. I'm going to say 50 plus years. They are the thing, but I cleared my cache, and yet all I'm seeing are Omaha Steak ads because of that purchasing trend. I went to Kansas City's combo deal. There's things on Living Social. There's things on Groupon. But you know, so I bought me and the missus steak and lobster for 2 combo and everything.
But how long has that shit been frozen? That's what I worry about sometimes.
This is pretty fresh. I mean, I don't mess with nobody's lobster tail, dude. I just don't. I can't.
Well, I try not to fluff any lobster tails either. But hey, we're right here by the ocean. Those guys are bringing them in daily. You can go down to the harbor and probably pick up some.
Actually, no, they can't. You can't in the harbor when they.
No, but I'm saying the guys.
There used to be an Oceanside Cannery. That one's not there, but the Oceanside Broiler is still there. And
but if you hook up with a couple of those guys, they'll sell you some
right off the boat. Right off the boat. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to say.
Huh?
I was about to say something. Oops, I can't say that right now.
But those you ever wonder about some of these reports you hear on the news? Like they're talking about red meat again being one of the leading causes for heart disease and all that. But is it just like for the holidays and stuff? Is it just coming out? This survey or this test was done by the fine makers of pork, the other meat. Like have a ham this year, fucking don't do the prime rib.
Don't do the prime rib
because it's going to kill you.
It was curious that week when
is pig really that much better for you than a cow?
But that week when they did the recall on the beef,
right,
and the dog food,
right,
you say, well, where is the food chain at? You know, where are the processing plant? What did you guys mess up that division line?
But don't you find that odd?
It is odd.
What?
So steak is bad this week because
but hog is okay. Well, it's all right.
Yeah,
the beef, that's the devil's food. You're gonna have a massive coronary.
Romaine lettuce. What recall? dangerous.
Yeah, and it comes from California.
Dangerous to be a vegan.
You know, it's not a coincidence that it comes from California. Those are some angry fucking Mexicans about the wall, you know, and this whole immigration thing. They're like, you know what? Us Mexicans, we don't eat romaine.
We don't eat romaine, so
you know, it's the fucking white people. So we're gonna shit all over your fucking lechuga.
I love it,
and we're gonna send it to your house.
I love
so
it.
that you all can fucking have Montezuma's revenge.
I love it.
But yeah. So that whole thing is just a bunch of pissed off. Did you see Trump get in the little argument about the whole wall thing and all that?
Oh, he's gotten pissy about it. You know, he's talking about how good that we've done. You know, yeah, we've enforced some walls. We've actually built some bigger fences.
Right.
They've only used 6% of the total budget that was allotted.
Right.
But yet he's got deficit issues on other parts. The market's not doing so good right now, and this is the last quarter. And
does the market ever do good at the end of the year?
Man, everybody's bailing on their stocks and their
because they need Christmas money.
They need Christmas money.
Yeah, that's no secret. I think it happens every year.
And then
everything's just magnified.
Meanwhile, the consumers are waiting for that tax check, man. Oh, they starting to do that tax dance, man.
Well, hey,
I already got my last stub for the year, man. Look, I'm going to do my taxes on my last pay stub.
Hey, remember this, man. You know, he
is a businessman first.
Warned people about this whole border thing. He said it from the very beginning, you know, and the people that are trying to get asylum here, trying to flee from their countries and all that stuff, they kind of fucked up by rushing the border like that. And then he gets blamed for the same shit Obama did.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, but if you want to gain access, you know, don't go like fucking ape shit like you did. You know, follow the rules. Look, if you can't follow the rules before you get here, why? What are we to think that you're going to follow the rules when you're here?
Right.
So he just asked that you. Well, he did say go back home, which I mean, that's not an option.
But it's like
obviously,
it's like some of the claims that he's done. Majority of them been lies. So when he's called out on again, his little tantrum, he can't get the support from the Dems. He can't get the support from his own
Did you
squad.
see the dude that was on the show?
Oh, God.
Like, nodding his head and just kind of laughing at him?
Just laughing at him.
Dude, if I was the president, it would have been really hard for me not to just reach over and sock him. Like, but that wouldn't be right.
That's when you have diplomacy. That's when you have propriety.
But me, I don't think I could sit back and let that fucker laugh at me like that on national TV. I'd have been like, oh, you want something to talk about? Yeah, you want people going to talk about you laughing at me? Yeah, fucker. All right, you think you're tough? Right, yeah, just laughing. People watch the cameras. I know. And then I would just fucking jab him right in the jaw. And like, what? Now let's give him something to talk about, fucker.
Here we go. Just a quick chop to the
If
throat.
I'm going to get shit on TV,
Here it comes.
let's give him something to shit on me for.
Exactly.
Right? That's the only thing. That's the only like flaw. If I was to like judge Donald Trump, President Trump on anything right now, I would say that as far as his tweeting and his rhetoric, the guy is scoring an A+. I would say, though, in his that he needs to just get a little more aggressive.
Action, baby.
And maybe, like, choke out somebody or, you know what I always want to do? Master that fucking, like, that quick punch to the throat thing.
Yeah.
Like, if he would have done that on that dude on that interview, like, just not, like, politely, like, you know, maybe done a diversion thing, like tell the chick to look at my tits, right? Real quick.
Right, yeah, just real.
Which wouldn't have been inappropriate at the time. And then he could have just done the quick boom to the throat, like what's his name, Jason Statham. All the good fucking characters. Yeah, all the action characters know how to do it. Vin Diesel probably even knows how to do it.
And then the world wouldn't be laughing at Trump anymore. They'd be watching them little hands, be like, look at Tiny Hands Man.
What?
Tiny Hands Man.
The next time somebody comes on the show and tries to punk me like that,
his hands are small, but they're accurate. Yeah,
and they'll see titties, and then boom, like that.
The last thing I saw was Melania.
Boom, right.
And I'm choking my life.
Right. So, you know, that's the only thing. If I was to, like, critique him on his presidency.
Right.
Is that a word?
Choke
I can
out
use it? Sure.
Choke a man out.
You know, get a little more aggressive. Show your pimp hand, like Snoop Dogg. Your pimp hand is strong, and nobody's going to make you look like a bitch on TV. So, yeah.
Word to the wise. Word to the wise.
So go and get you some training. try some of those. Like Arnold's a little old, and he really never had all the moves and everything. He was more an intimidation kind of guy. But maybe if you can go out and learn from Vin.
Hey, stay away from Jesse Ventura because Ventura's coming for your job in 2020. That's
right. And then what's it called? Even he never does anything like offensive though. That's the only thing I don't like about him. The Hawaiian kid.
Oh, yeah.
The big one.
Yeah.
What's his name? He's on Ballers.
Yes. God damn it. What's his name?
He uses his cousin for a stunt double.
Which is funny. They can do that.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson.
He you know what? I like the guy.
Haiku Matente.
I like him, but he never does any like I want him to be also more aggressive, like like more intimidating that way, like a little more whoop ass.
Yeah. But his acting career started in the WWE show.
Right. So which is fake, but yeah.
Yeah. Not about that.
So yeah, if anything, if Donald Trump, President Trump, is looking for a New Year's resolution of any kind for 2019,
tighten your game up.
Tighten your pin pan. That's only like what do you call it? Advice, suggestions I could give the president is not only be a tongue lasher, which you're pretty good at, just tighten that pin pan a little bit and bring it down with force, and show them who's the real motherfucker in charge. Right. So for 2019, let's see that orange man bring the hammer down. Right. Not just talk it, but walk it, dog. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Well, it seems like it's been another epic episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show here on Wednesdays at 6:30. If you could do me a huge favor and the chubby guy right here sitting next to us, the guy, tell your friends, tell everybody to tune on in, share alike, get everybody that we know, that they know, to watch the show, tune in, share, and get 1 million viewers watching this show. That's all we want for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is 1 million viewers.
What do you want?
Watching
do
us.
You have anything you want for Christmas?
That's all I want. More viewers.
More viewers. Light 'em up.
If you can help me spread this joy across America.
Start spreading the news.
We want to be on every TV across America, every computer screen.
Coming your way.
We want to equally offend everybody across this beautiful nation.
We want to be
Tell them to watch
part of you.
the Pelon and Chubby Show.
Hello,
Until
Chubby.
next week, bring a friend and watch the show.
That was nice.
Until next week. See ya!
Good night, everybody.